morning and welcome to We the People. As we speak, a 23-year-old young woman is fighting for her life. The tragedy of what has happened to her has triggered a national anger and a national debate around why we cannot provide a greater security and safety to our women. Every time a rape incident grabs the headlines, and in this case, it's the story of a 23-year-old who was gang raped in a moving bus that was able to travel around the national capital for 40 minutes, crossing 5 police pickets. And now she's fighting for her life. But every time there's a headline, we have the same sort of debate, the outrage dies down, and frankly, nothing changes. On We the People today, we're asking whether there is, in fact, a culture of misogyny, of entrenched misogyny that permits these kind of incidents to happen with impunity. Is the problem in our law? Is our law not strong enough? Is the problem with the fact that our police is not sensitized? Is the problem with the fact that our society is not sensitized? And the first question that is often posed to a girl or a woman who's raped is somehow connected to the fact that she could have done it differently. These are the kind of judgmental values that actually really underline the misogyny of this debate. So that's what we're looking at on We the People today. We're coming to you from one of the premier women's colleges in India, Miranda House. University-going students deal with this every day. And I want to start with you, Kiran Shaw, as a preeminent voice from corporate India. You've seen the outrage, you've seen the debates in Parliament, you've seen this time a pretty serious, focused attention on this. And yet this is something that's almost become a part of our life. What is wrong with us as a people?
Well, I think, this social apathy that we have seen all these decades and even centuries, I think is something that really reflects on how we treat our women. I think women are not respected the way they should be. And I think this is a very serious social malaise which has to be corrected. I think we must use this horrible rape that we've just witnessed, and I think the reason why it has come to the fore is because it was so very gruesome. Yeah. Otherwise, there have been multiple gang rape reports over the years, and people have basically dealt with it as, well, something very ugly, but they've lived with it. We haven't done anything about it. And I think this is a time when law must be enacted to make sure that we take this corrective action.
And you'd want to see capital punishment for rapists?
I don't know whether capital punishment is going to stop this kind of heinous act.
Yeah.
But I think you do need to enforce law. I'm told that rape is a non-bailable offense, but every rapist seems to be on bail. So I don't know what law is doing about these kind of acts of terror. I call these rapists terrorists. And, I think we have to deal with them in a much sterner way than we are doing right now. I think people who indulge in gang rape certainly need some form of very severe punishment, even, maybe chemical castration as Renuka talked about.
Yeah.
And then I think you need to look at imprisonment, very stiff imprisonment terms. I think the male child in our society needs to be sensitized about women.
Renuka Chaudhary, we saw Parliament debating this, yet with the exceptions of people like Derek O'Brien, Pinaki Mishra, who've taken very strong positions on these issues, one of the problems is that this is treated as a women's issue. And the moment you call something a women's issue, to me, this is really offensive. There's a gender specification to this issue when it's really about assault. And in the case of this young girl with a rod, used to violate her. This is murder, this is assault, this is violative. How is this a women's issue?
It's not. But then as we go along in society, and if you look at the excuses, religious leaders, corporates, and always when an incident happens, the general reaction from a male-dominant society is that they get defensive about the men. And the onus is laid on the woman that don't go out in the night. We had home secretaries who talked like that.
What do you do as a parent? What do you do as a parent? Do you protect your daughters?
Yes, of course. I'm a mother of daughters. I'm very proud to be so. I do protect them by informing them, by taking precautions, but I will not curtail their liberty. We are not going to apologize because we have daughters. And it's time for the men to sit up and realize that they need to be educated, not us.
Derek O'Brien, when you spoke on this issue in Parliament. You got up and you said you were scared as a father of a 17-year-old girl.
I said that, and I meant that, because I think now is the time, and I think it started off, we keep bashing netas. You know, that's a favorite pastime of so many people.
Yeah.
But I think now is the time to look for solutions. I think there's enough time spent on statistics and which city is bad, which city is good. Let's leave that out.
Do you believe capital punishment for rapists would work? Because that's what's being demanded.
Capital punishment is like, you know, my personal view on this is I think that's not going to solve the issue.
But look at the punishment. It's 7 years to life. Life means different things depending on the jail manuals of city.
Barkha, this is too important an issue to be discussing whether it's capital punishment or life.
It's not even necessarily life imprisonment in many cases. I think that's an important...
I have a view on this. The new bill, which is tabled in the Lok Sabha, my personal view on this is that 7 years to life, and the court 7 years to life or 10 years to life, and the court cannot bring it down. That's in the proposed bill.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for Retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.